epicenters of knowledge and learning, were hallmarks of educational accomplishments. After a long gap, on account of affirmative government policies, proactive steps, IITs are emerging as new centers. Remember, whenever the history of Pax Indica will be written, there will be a chapter on technological transformation. Your institution and the like will be the center stage. And in that chapter, I can assure you, IITs, including yours, will have a profound place of pride. Be proud of your association and insignia. The world wants IITs to operate on their soil. They come to this country. World leaders solicit IIT premises on their sovereign lands. The first two international campuses in Abu Dhabi and Zanzibar were opened recently. More will follow. This is not a small development. It's a big development that the world has started looking up to India as it did centuries ago for knowledge, wisdom, profound faculty. The credit goes to you all, the directors, the chairman of Board of Governors, and the students for making IIT a globally recognized brand. My young friends, innovation is another feature of our rise. You know it more than I do. We have to innovate. Innovation has to be from within. We can't depend on others. If we depend on others, we will not be crucible of big change. India has now emerged as the world's third largest startup ecosystem, with over 1.25 lakh startups and 110 unicorns. I have no doubt, my young friends, we need more unicorns. Unicorns are there. We must have our own system. Indicorns. The world must recognize this term, that Bharatiya is origin but global in their footprint. We have started in this country, and people at that point of time did not take it in the right spirit. Some of them, small. Make in India for the world. We are so engaged now. My young friends, what is even more inspiring is that India's startup ecosystem is no longer limited to metro cities. There was a time, tier 2 cities, tier 3 cities, our rural situations were not looked up as centers of creativity. One had to flock to metros. But now the situation has totally changed. It has become a social culture spreading across the length and breadth of the country. And that is why in this country we had great ideas. We had aspirational districts, smart cities. All these were aimed only to ensure that young boys and girls living anywhere get a level playing field. You might already know this, but Jodhpur currently boasts over 300 recognized startups. I will appeal to young boys and girls, also please understand the advantages of a startup, the fiscal advantages, the subsidy advantage, the taxation advantage. And when you will go at the root of it, you will find so much attention has been bestowed that fiscal advantage accrues at a time chosen by the one who has initiated himself or herself in the startup. I am being told that in your IIT there is a technology incubation center and that is incubating over 20 startups. I am not fully informed, but when I went to IIT Madras, I spent a little more time, as I would do in months to come here also. I was so delighted. Their incubation had taken a very serious flight, a flight which the Chairman Board of Governors will better know because it is not in the sky but space. You have the potential and you need to exploit that potential to take this number to a higher level. I hope the very first unicorn in this city should be affiliated to IIT Jodhpur. If you decide, it shall happen. This incubation center, the IIT ecosystem themselves should become crucibles of innovation. Innovation is fundamental to economic growth, to our developmental journey. Today I want to give a mantra. Every IIT should have at least one niche area for which they should be known globally. Pick up yours. Scratch your brains. Brainstorm. Have think tanks. Carve out a niche for IIT Jodhpur that will be a global brand for you. To the faculty and students, I would say, think beyond and think outside. We have Chairman Board of Governors. Let me indicate an area in which he has been very functional. Look at our audacious dreamers in ISRO. India now has a staggering and all-pervading space footprint with Mangalyaan, Gaganyaan, and Aditya missions. We all have relished Chandrayaan 3 success, the day becoming a Space Day celebration every year. India's potential extends beyond the terrestrial domain. Our space economy is set to grow fourfold by 2030. But let us be realistic. That is not in consonance with our potential. Although it has made major strides, our share in global space economy is in single digit. And we are 1/6 of humanity. And when it comes to technological prowess, we are much beyond our demographic component. And therefore, we have to take a big jump. Who will make success of it? Boys and girls from IIT. They have to address the issue. What are the avenues in space economy? Think of oceans. The oceans offer a wide range of sectoral opportunities like fisheries and aquaculture, ports and shipping, marine and coastal tourism, marine biotechnology, IT-driven maritime innovation, deep seabed mining, to name a few. In all these areas, you have a critical role to play. If you just think while you have time, you will come to know, you will find an area of interest that suits your aptitude. Another huge promising area is green hydrogen. I was so happy and delighted when Government of India allocated 19,000 crores for green hydrogen mission. India has aspired to produce 5 million metric tons of green hydrogen by 2030. That will help fuel growth without further degrading environment. The work is on. It does need capable human resource. It does need engineers. And you will be surprised if you count the number of engineers that are needed. And it is the beginning. Get to your job. Those of you who are keen to get involved in this domain, don't lose a moment. With the green hydrogen mission, the Indian space policy the blue economy policy, and the deep ocean mission, the government is in overdrive to create a healthy and conducive environment for these emerging sectors. All these opportunities are waiting. One thing which I felt, my young friends, is we have a myopic view of the opportunity basket which you think you have. The fact of the situation is that on account of exponential growth and great policies in place, your opportunity basket is ever going up. Take note of it. You, my friends, do not want to miss this bus. I know you would not want to miss it. But you will have to take the first step. You have to make a conscious decision. When you step out of this institution, whether you want to be a job seeker or a job creator, whether you want to lead or to be led, is your choice. I will never say you will not have problems. While you enjoy level playing field, you enjoy corruption-free environment, your government policies that help you, you will have unexpected jolts. You will find success not coming to you, coming to someone else. You will find unjustly you have been denied and someone has got it unjustly. These are challenges where you need to learn. Take them in stride. These are learning lessons because you have been trained to face these situations. There will never ever be only a red carpet environment for you. If challenges come your way, and they will surely, the challenges are waiting in the wings. You have to convert those challenges into opportunities. There are a few other things that I have learned from IIT Jodhpur that I find impressive. It was reflected briefly. It is the first institution nationally where one can take courses in their mother tongue in engineering and technology. There was a time it was taken to be a wall. You can't go beyond it. This was taken to be a crazy idea. The wall, the ceiling is demolished. There are dozens of countries who excel in engineering but do not teach these subjects in a foreign language. Number of them. Look at Japan, Germany, China, and many other countries at the forefront of technology. They don't take request of foreign language. Language the country believes in. The individual believes in. You can adopt German, Japanese, Chinese, Indian, and even Sanskrit. And let me give you some illustrations. Our homegrown areas, neither Bodhayan nor Pythagoras were thinking in English. Yet they both arrived at this wonderful theorem in their own mother tongue. Let me indicate Kanad, Sushrut, Aryabhat, Bhaskar, Charak, Patanjali, and Brahmgut made splendid and lasting discoveries in Sanskrit. In Sanskrit language, they made discoveries. I am not an unmitigated votary of parochialism, but I also very strongly believe that a foreign language should not be an unbreachable barrier to learn sciences, medicine, technology, engineering, or any other topic. Now, friends, we are living in tough times. Some people in this country are born critics. I will get now a system. The Vice President was advocating a language of the country in English. Don't be moved by these things. To rise about these things. Believe in Arjun, who did not see the ceiling, who did not see the fish, he did not see the eye. He saw only the pupil. Get the idea of it. Your comfort has to decide how you prosecute your pursuit in life. Never be shaken by it. It is best to get in your shoes than in somebody else's shoes. Your bicycle any day is more comfortable for you than somebody else's limousine. You may not realize, but your ride on the bicycle will be a joy, and limousine may be a pain in the neck. Another major feature, and I've been associated with that to some extent as Governor of the State of West Bengal, national education policy. It has given multidisciplinary facet to our education. You cannot be an innovator by learning only engineering. If you want to build a mobility startup, you need to understand a range of things from consumer behavior to a city's communication patterns. Under the national education policy, students now have the flexibility to pursue courses in